What's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. Everyone that's watching this, whether you're here with me live right here, right now, or you are watching this later on, I've been very vocal. I've been very vocal that traders and investors alike are being presented with a major opportunity right now in the stock market. Most of you could not see the forest through the trees and understand how there could be such opportunity amidst the large downside that there have been so far in the markets in 2022. Most can understand why it was so important to stop following the furus of social media and to invest in yourself and actually get educated so that you can stand on your own 2 feet and be ready to act. Most could not see past the panic and fear and could not keep your impulsivity and emotions in check when your long-term positions actually went red this year. But guess what? Stock market bounced back last week. Bounced back last week in a big way. And so far, markets have held their gains from last week today. Despite being slightly red on the day, we've still held our gains. FOMO and excitement is beginning to come back into the market, but this is also leaving many traders and investors wondering if the stock market crash is over and if the probable recession has just been canceled, or is this all just a typical bear market rally? And then the rug gets pulled out from underneath. And is it time for oil prices to come down? Some news out today from OPEC brought oil prices down after having a big move higher very early in the day. Tonight, we're going to answer all these questions for you guys and more. All that you learned last week, right? All of you learned last week why you don't bet on the end of the world, because it only happens once. And guess what? So far in 2022 has not been the end of the world. The plan that we've been talking about is not a complicated one, but it does require you to use this time of fear and uncertainty to get a professional education, to learn how to trade stocks and options in any market environment while controlling your risk and controlling your emotions. Discover your trader identity, which is the strategy that works best for you and your lifestyle. Not someone that you see on social media, not someone that you see on YouTube that made 20 grand in a day. Their style and their strategy may not work for you. Finding your trader identity is going to be what best fits your lifestyle. Now, take advantage of the volatility happening right now, folks, and stack away as much cash as you can and get ready to invest in your long-term portfolios at a discount, because when the time is right, and time is running out, but it's still not yet too late, because there's all about to be a huge transfer of wealth that's about to take place. The stock market does not go down 20% every single year. Okay. In fact, completely to the contrary. It's actually extremely rare that you have the stock market decline more than 20% in a single year. And I can just show you guys a quick example of the SPY, and I go to a weekly chart. You can count on one hand literally how many times that the S&P 500 has gone down since the early 1990s. Okay, this is when we've gone down more than 20%. You can count on one hand since the early 1990s. Now, you can take that all the way back to the early 1900s. You'll still be able to count on two hands, okay, how many times the S&P has gone down more than 20% in a single year. Look, guys, I understand the last 2 years, you could have put every single stock on the S&P. You could have put it up on a wall. Close your eyes, thrown a dart, whatever stock that you landed on, you could have just bought that stock. Chances are you could have made money last year. That is not normal. But what an opportunity to get cashed up that it was. Everything that's happening in the world, whether it's COVID, inflation, recession, Ukraine, Russia, energy and gas prices, natural gas prices, monkeypox, all of these things provide volatility and opportunity within financial markets if you are educated. For example, let's say you guys maybe started with your True Trading Group platform at the beginning of 2019. You would have spent a year learning and honing your skills as a trader and investor so that when the stock market crash of 2020 happened, you would have been positioned and understood the importance of buying the dip on some of those major companies that could have laid an incredible nest egg for you and your family. Then you could have actively traded AMC, GameStop, NIO, and others, taking advantage of the huge run-ups, also taking advantage of the huge declines. You would have avoided the noise of Twitter and Reddit. You would have been able to know how to trade, not invest in some of these crazy cryptos like Doge and Sheeb, using all of that cash for the inevitable crash that we are experiencing and the opportunity that will soon be before us yet again. Folks, I'm not a psychic. I've got no inside knowledge or information. I've got no special indicator that tells me any of this. I'm just educated, and And I've been through many situations like this in the past. Matter of fact, I traded through the 08, 09 Great Recession and the stock market crash. I've been doing this for over 15 years. But I was wrong. I thought we had more time. I was wrong. But before we get into more details on that, it's important to understand who it is that you're listening to. I've got more experience and knowledge than probably 90% of the finance gurus or fooers that you guys are going to be seeing on social media and on YouTube. My name is Michael Elwood. I've been trading and investing for 15 years and started my career working at a fund in New York City. It was my first job right out of college. That's where I learned how to trade. The first 3 months of my employment, I sat in a classroom style setting and learned and went through a training program before they let me touch $1 of their money. 15 years later, I'm now the co-founder and head trader at True Trading Group, the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that's available to retail traders and investors today. And since 2016, my team of 8 other professional trading moderators and myself have helped thousands of people from all walks of life from all over the world achieve their goals. Guys, I thought we had more time. I thought we had more time. I thought we had maybe till the end of the year going into maybe 2023 before, markets kind of bottomed out. And you know what? I think I'm wrong, because I strongly believe now that the bottom's going to come a lot sooner than that. And the sooner the bottom comes, the sooner the markets can stabilize, and then we can start moving ourselves back up. I think we have more than likely of a chance that the markets bottom this summer. Do I think the bottom is in? And we're going to talk about that a little bit later on in this live stream. But folks, that means time is running out. Your chance to get in on this action is running out. It's running out fast. Because I'm talking about, literally, I think the market's going to bottom here this summer. Well, guess what? Tomorrow is June 1st. Which does not leave you much time to get yourself involved and get educated, take advantage of the opportunities when they present themselves. You've all got a choice to make here tonight. I'm going to explain what that choice is, the facts to go along with it, and then it's up to you to decide. Right now, you got a chance to experience what real wealth building is like, and it doesn't matter how much you're currently down in your positions, how much you have, or how much time you don't have. In my opinion, you can make this work, and you should make this work. For those that can't understand, how could I be mentioning wealth building and opportunity with everything that's going on in the market? Inflation, possible recession, NASDAQ's down 25% so far this year, was down 30. Hear me now and hear me very clearly. Throughout history, you go back to the earliest 1900s, 1906. You go back to the birth of the Dow Jones. Every single time the market has gone down 20% or more, it has proved to be a phenomenal wealth building opportunity for educated, patient investors. Investors that understood the opportunities that were set forth before them and were able to have the confidence to act on those opportunities and to build wealth for them and their family for many years to come. Every single time. 100% of the time that the stock market's gone down more than 20% or either 20% or more, 100% of the time, it was a wealth building opportunity for investors. Not 90% of the time, not 95% of the time, 100% of the time. It's literally the only thing that I can say in my 15-year career that has ever happened in the stock market 100% of the time. It's the only thing that I have seen in 15 years that has happened every single time. You guys have a choice to make. You can sit back and do absolutely nothing, watch your IRAs, your 401ks go down and panic at the bottom, eventually think the world's going to end, you sell for a big time loss, and then you spend the next couple of years hoarding cash, you wait for the markets to get back to all-time highs before you get yourself back involved again. And you miss all the opportunity in between. Choice number 2 is to actually get educated and seize this moment, doing what's needed to have the best chance to build wealth for yourself. Forget Lambos and mansions and private jets and all that. Forget about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about being able to pay your bills stress-free, paying up your home, going to the grocery store without having to sweat at the checkout line or not giving a damn about $5 gallon gas. Maybe spending more time with your family. That's the wealth building that we're referring to. Yes, mansions are nice. Private jets are cool. So are Lamborghinis. But why don't we start here first? And then we'll work our way up. And we can learn, trade, and profit together. Guys, today's live stream is going down as follows. I'm going to start things off with a 15, 20-minute Q&A. We're going to give some time for people to log on. You can ask me questions, whatever's on your mind, the overall markets, individual stocks, whatever it is, we're going to break it down. And then we're going to be talking about the overall market. we're going to be talking about, are we going to see a continuation on this rally, or is the bear market, is this just a bear market rally? Are we going to, is this rally and this bounce that we're seeing over the last couple of days, is this going to run out of steam, and are we going to then work our way back down to new lows? Or is the bottom in? Is the bottom in is what everybody wants to know. I'm going to give you my opinion on that here tonight. But first, we're going to start things off with a Q&A session. So I'm going to give you guys a chance. Begin typing your questions in chat right now. Do not be shy. Do not be embarrassed. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Asking questions is how you learn. So folks, without any further ado, let's get things started. Begin typing your questions in chat, and let's begin the Q&A. All right, folks, what we got? Fire away. The spiel is getting repetitive. Well, guess what? Go long or die trying. When it becomes not true, I'll stop saying it. How about that? I wasn't vocal enough in 2020, I guess. Go back and watch my live streams from March and April of 2020, because I was screaming at the top of my lungs to get in and to be able to, and to get in and start buying that dip. When what I continue to say to you on these live streams, when it no longer becomes true, then I'll stop saying it. Because guess what? It's still true. So I'm going to continue to say it. So therefore, when we look back 3 months, 4 months from now, and we can look back on this moment, you'll have absolutely no excuse. So as long as it remains true, I'm going to keep saying it. It is quite that simple. How confident are you that this is just a bear market rally? I do believe it is a bear market rally. I believe it's a bear market rally. The Fed really hasn't even begun their balance sheet runoff. You know, once you have $1 trillion that is let off the Fed's balance sheet, I believe we're going to get, some more issues in the market, and you might have some liquidity issues. I think you might have some liquidity issues in the market in certain areas in the credit markets, and that can really kind of rattle some things. And the market is celebrating right now the fact that inflation has peaked. And we've gotten more data about inflation peaking last week, and the markets have really celebrated that. As the market should. The market should celebrate inflation peaking. But there's a big difference between inflation not going up as high as it was and inflation actually coming down to a sustainable level. So great. 8.5% was peak inflation. Great. We didn't go to 9. Great. Guess what? 5%, 6% inflation is still a major problem. You cannot just run on 5-6% inflation. Inflation must come back down to the 2 to 2.5% range that the Fed wants to get inflation down to. Just because inflation peaked does not mean it's going to go down to 2 to 2.5%. Inflation can peak and we can be sitting at 6% inflation in September. Yes, inflation would have peaked, and the market is celebrating the fact that inflation has peaked. We were also extremely oversold. Extremely oversold. We had 7 consecutive weeks where the stock market went down. That is the greatest and longest weekly streak since the 1920s. That's a century ago. That's a really long time. Okay? The markets were very oversold. The markets don't go down in straight lines. They don't go up in straight lines. I believe this is nothing more than a bear market rally. Bear market rallies are meant to test you. Bear market rallies are where people's heads get taken off. Bear market rallies are where their FOMO, they fall victim to that FOMO. But bear market rallies are also why it is so damn important for you to not try to pick the exact bottom. I told you guys 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, we started adding in our long-term portfolio. I took 20 to 25% of my cash position and I spread it across 9 different stocks. 2 weeks ago. Guys, that was here. That was here. Okay? Right there is where we took 20 to 25% of our cash. Now, we look like geniuses, right? Because look where the markets are now. Now the SPY's back at 415. Okay? We were adding in our portfolios at 395. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I don't think the markets can go lower, because I do believe you're going to have another chance where the SPY will be at 395. I do think that. But there's some positive things that are going on right now that the market is celebrating. We were oversold, but I do believe it's a bear market rally. And that bear market rally, I do think, could actually take you a little bit higher. Bear market rallies can really push, guys. You know, bear market rally can really take you to levels that people don't really expect them to get to. I mean, let's not forget how big of a rally we saw in March. The SPY went from 415 all the way to 460. 415 to 460 in like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Bear market rallies can really test your resolve. They can test your patience and they can test your discipline. But if you got caught in the bear market rally that we had in March, I mean, hell, look at the bear market rally we had in January. Look at the size of these bounces. Now, here's another one. Look at the size of these rallies. But what happened in the last 2 rallies? New lows, right? New lows. What's going to happen after this one? Is it going to be again new lows? I think so. I do not believe that we're just going to rip back up. I do not believe you're going to go back up to here on the SPY. I don't. I still think there's macro things that are at play. I do not believe inflation will come down as much as the Fed would like it to. So it's going to have to force them into raising further. And I do not believe that the market is going to be able to digest when the Fed begins selling, $1 trillion off of their balance sheet. So I think that we still have some turbulence ahead, but that turbulence provides us with tremendous opportunities with volatility. Provides us with tremendous opportunities with volatility from an active trading standpoint, whether you're day trading or swing trading, but it also provides you with tremendous wealth building opportunities in the long-term portfolio. And a lot of people thought I was out of my mind when we had the markets, pulling back at 395, 390, and everybody's panicking and everyone's freaking out. And I'm like, perfect. Everybody's panicking. Everyone's freaking out. That's exactly when I want to step in and I want to start to buy. I've done live workshops with our members where I go over like long-term portfolio management. Don't ever try to pick the exact bottom. Don't ever try to wait for the markets to just get down to the bottom and say, that's it. This is the bottom. I'm going all in. It's a fool's game. It's a fool's game. You're never going to pick it. You're never going to pick the exact bottom. You ask any professional that does this for a living on Wall Street. Ask any hedge fund manager out there. Ask the richest of the richest, the best of the best. Every single one of them will tell you trying to pick the exact bottom is a losing game. It's a fool's game. Stop trying to do it. Instead, I break my cash up into 3 positions, 25%, 50%, 25%. And as the markets go down, I add those chunks. I've already added the 20 to 25%. Next up is going to be the 50. But I'm not adding that 50 up here at 414 on the SPY because I believe this is a bear market rally. And I'm going to look to see if we can get more downside where I can then start adding more. We get down to like 3,800 on the SPY. We go down to like maybe 37. That is where I'm adding the chunk of my 50% of my long-term portfolio. All right. What are you a master in swing trading or day trade? John, we do both. John, not just myself. I day trade and I also swing trade, but there's 8 other professional traders that are moderators at True Trading Group. Okay. And we do everything. We day trade, we swing trade, we trade small caps, mid caps, large caps. We do it all. How do you know when it's going to be a choppy day in the SPY? Honestly, Bass Goose, I wish there was an easier answer for you with this, but this really does come down to experience. I've been doing this for a very long time, and you have to understand that stocks and markets move in phases. You have directional momentum and you have consolidation. Okay, you're not just going to get a market that's just going to move in one direction just forever, and then it'll stop and then it'll move in the opposite direction just forever. You have moments of momentum, directional momentum, and you have moments of consolidation. And, we bounced like 10% off the lows of May in just a matter of like 4 days, 5 days. That's a huge move, And the markets are not just going to continue to rip, roar, rally day after day, up 2%, up 3%, up 2%, up 3%, up 2%. The markets are not going to move like that. You'll experience directional momentum, then directional momentum will cool, and you'll experience a digestion and a consolidation phase. Having your finger on the pulse of choppy digestion and consolidation versus when are you going to be looking for directional momentum is crucial. That's how a lot of traders, they get chopped up. They die a death of 1,000 paper cuts because on a choppy day, they're going long, then they're going short, they're going long, they're going short, they're going long, they're going short, long, short, long, short, long, short. And all of a sudden you realize the markets haven't gone anywhere. It's been 4 hours and the market's exactly where it was 4 hours ago. It just went up 2 to 3 points, then back down 2 to 3 points, then back up 2 to 3, then down 2 to 3, then up 2 to 3, then down 1.5. And we were exactly where we were 4 hours ago. And you can really chop yourself up in that environment if you're looking for breakouts. Now, you actually have some traders that will stay away from directional momentum and they trade consolidation. It all depends on the trading style that you implement. You have some traders that'll just iron condor the hell out of a day like today, and just eat up premium on the calls and the puts because people that are looking for direction either way are going to lose money. And then you'll have people that'll actually do an iron condor, which is an advanced level multi-leg option strategy, which you guys will learn as a member to a training group if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff. But that's when you'll actually make money, when the markets really just do nothing and go sideways. So there's a style and there's a strategy for everything. Okay. But I think it's best for you to really just hone in and focus on your own style and your own strategy, not try to do too much. And, I always will guide our members into what I believe the day is going to be. If I believe we're going to get a directional momentum day, I tell everybody that my number one focus is going to be the SPY. If I believe we're going to get a consolidation day, I start to look elsewhere. I look for directional momentum in other areas of the market rather than looking for directional momentum in the SPY in general. Okay. So I'll always try to gauge and kind of tell members like what I'm thinking. And I got to tell you, more often than not, I'm pretty spot on with my analysis on the SPY. When we get directional momentum, we're all over it. And then, we're pretty good at pulling the reins back and dropping down to first gear when I do think that we're going to have some consolidation. We don't chop ourselves up. So that's a very, very important thing to be able to do. And honestly, it is something that will come with experience. Annual member here. Do you think tomorrow, June 1st, being the first day of balance sheet runoff, will have a major effect on markets? I don't know if tomorrow is going to have a major effect on markets. I actually think that this bear market rally could push us a little bit further. And I think that there's enough excitement about inflation peaking, and you have oil prices just came down a little bit. Earnings actually haven't been bad either. You just had Salesforce just came out. They had great earnings. That ticker symbol CRM. I actually really like that company. I was waiting for them to come out with earnings before I go ahead, and CRM is one of the companies that's on my list of companies that I want to add in my long-term portfolio. So I was waiting for them to come out with earnings. I was really hoping that they were going to miss earnings because I really wanted a gap down to like 140, and then I would have bought CRM in my long-term portfolio. Tomorrow, if we did get a gap down on earnings, that was already something that I'd already kind of made up my mind. But the earnings were actually a top and bottom line beat. Stock gapped up, and is going to gap up tomorrow. Stock's trading up 4% on the day right now after being red earlier. So I actually really like Salesforce. And that's a company that I do have on my list. I already own Salesforce, but I want to buy more. It is on my list. So I do think that we can actually push a little bit further in this bear market rally. But then once you get into June, a little bit deeper, like maybe within like the second week of June, that balance sheet runoff can really start to work its way into the market, and you'll get new inflation numbers. And if those inflation numbers really start to look like, yeah, inflation peaked, but inflation is really sticky and inflation is still very high, then the market's going to start to worry again about, wait, the Fed is going to have to be aggressive. Because right now people think if inflation peaked, the Fed can be less aggressive and they can do maybe another 50 basis point hike and they can do a pause and wait and see. Because if inflation comes down, the Fed can have their hands back and they can wait. And that's going to be very bullish for the markets if that in fact is the case. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think inflation is going to be sticky, which means it'll stop increasing, but it's not going to come down. And the Fed will have to continue to raise. And once the markets realize that, and throw on top of that, $1 trillion coming off the Fed's balance sheet, I think it's going to put pressure on the markets. Keep typing those questions, folks. Fire away. Don't be shy. Ask those questions. Is it possible for a SQQQ flash crash similar to the SPY flash crash of 2020? Yes, it is. Especially when you're dealing with ETFs, you can always have the breakdown of the fundamental workings of an ETF. So it is possible you can have a flash crash on SQQQ, yeah. Do you see Amazon split causing the market to go down? No, not at all. Actually, I think the exact opposite. A stock split for Amazon, I think, is very, very good for Amazon. Amazon is one of the companies that I bought in my long-term portfolio back 2 weeks ago. Stock's up significantly since we bought it. Here's a chart of Amazon. You guys can see we stepped in and we bought Amazon right here. So here's the day that we added to Amazon. Again, I'm already a shareholder of Amazon, but we added to it in the long-term portfolio right here. Stock's already up a couple $100 a share on that. And when they do their stock split, a 20-to-1 stock split, I think that that's going to be wonderful for the stock. And I think you're going to get a lot of retail investors that do not own Amazon because they're like, oh man, one share for $3,000, one share for $3,000. I don't think that. I think there's a lot of retail investors and retail shareholders that want to be shareholders of Amazon, but are not because the price is too expensive. And they feel like, man, one share cost me $3,000, $2,500. And I think people have stayed away from Amazon because of that. And it's a shame. It's a shame because Amazon has been one of the best performing stocks this decade. And people thought it was expensive. People thought it was expensive. When it was at 1,000, people thought it was expensive then at 2,000. Well, guess what? The stock went all the way to 3,700. Now you're going to get a much cheaper share price. And I think that'll actually bring some buying into the name. Historically, stocks that do forward stock splits, not reverse stock splits. Reverse stock splits are bad. Forward stock splits historically have performed very well after their split. Don't be shy, folks. What is the correlation, if any, between the Fed selling mortgage-backed securities and the price of houses? Okay. There really isn't a correlation with the Fed selling mortgage-backed securities and the price of houses. The price of houses is really set by supply and demand in the market. And what would affect the price of houses more would actually be the increasing of interest rates. So when the Fed is raising interest rates, that directly impacts mortgage rates. So anyone that's been, if you've been, house shopping for the last year, you'll know that a year ago you could have got a 3% mortgage. Now you're at like 5.5. And that's a huge difference. That's a huge difference. You're talking about that increases your monthly payment by like 30%. So that's going to bring down affordability. When affordability gets brought down, prices come down. And you're actually starting to see this month, last month, really for the first time over the last 2 years, you're actually seeing house listings are actually seeing price reductions. Before it was $500,000 house sells for $570,000. The house was always selling above asking price. You know, the house lists for $750,000, it sells for $820,000. House lists for $1 million, sells for $1.15. Like, though, that's what the market was the last 2 years. Now, for the first time, you're seeing a house list for $1 million. Now it's $950,000. You see a house list for $500,000. Now it's $485,000. Like, you're seeing for the first time, sellers are actually moving the price of their houses down because of affordability. As interest rates go up, affordability goes down, and the amount of people that could afford that higher priced house starts to go down because it's all about their monthly payment. That's how home buyers look at things. They don't really necessarily care at so much for a home buyer. Now, I'm not talking about as an investor, but as someone that's buying a home to live in it and to start a family, all you care about is I could afford $3,000 a month of a mortgage payment. That's how you look at it. It's not I could afford a $450,000 home. That's not how you look at it. You say I could afford $3,000 a month. Now, your interest rate being 3%, now that could be the difference versus your interest rate being 3% versus 5.5% could be the difference of you affording a $450,000 home or you affording a $550,000 home. That difference in interest rate is that big of a difference in the price of the home that you can afford to get to the same monthly payment. Now, I don't know if those numbers work themselves out. I just give you guys examples, but you guys get the gist. Do you broadcast when you day trade? Is it all right for other people to follow through with what you do to learn and earn? Absolutely, Midnight. Absolutely. Yeah, we broadcast everything. So in chat during the day, we actually share our screen. I share my screen. The 8 other moderators, they share their screen. And I also am on the microphone talking to you during the day. So before I get myself into a trade, I actually come on the microphone and I tell you what I'm going to do before I actually do it. So it's very, very easy to follow along with what it is that myself or one of the other moderators are doing during the trading session. Yeah, JL, chill out, bro. Guys, I'll talk about HUSA and OPEC and all that after in just a bit. Some people are asking me about the OPEC news today. I'll cover that in just a moment. I want to take some more because that's actually part of the main topics I want to get into today. I want to get into OPEC. I want to get into oil prices. I was actually in a trade today when that news came out, and I was actually in an oil stock when that news came out, and that news was not good for the price of oil. Price of oil came down. It actually stopped me out of the trade. But I'll share with you what that news was, what OPEC did, or what the announcement was that caused the price of oil to. The price of oil went from like 118, 119, right down to 115 in a matter of minutes once OPEC released, or actually the Wall Street Journal reported an update from OPEC regarding Russian oil and oil production with the other OPEC members. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on in the live stream as well. And Kane Dog says, what percentage of people go lifetime? It's actually just under 30% of our members have actually become lifetime members of True Trading Group. So just about 30% of our users become lifetime members of True Trading Group. And 78% of our members are renewing or becoming lifetime members. Okay, that's a question from Kane Dog. All right, so guys, what I'll do right now is I'll actually see who is on the live stream right now. We've got over 1,000 people that are watching with us. If you're not a member of True Trading Group, do me a favor, type the letters TTG. If you are not a member of True Trading Group, I want to see who we have on here that might be doing this 1120 price point when we are not, if I'm going to keep it here for the night. So just again, type TTG. Nice. Jeff Fisher goes, I just joined in January. I became a lifetime member today. Jeff, welcome to the family for life, brother. You're stuck with me now. You're stuck with me. So go ahead, guys. Just type the letters TTG. Let's see. We got Jermaine. We've got Andrea. We got Gilly. We got Midnight Black. Fire away, guys. Just type TTG. I just want to see who we have here. We got T-Gas, George, Desty. All right, good. So we got a nice list. Kathleen, Shamar, Man on Fire. All right, we got a handful of people here, guys, that are not members of True Trading. Larry, X-Trader, good. Guys, listen up. Okay, for all of you that are typing TTG, so you guys just heard me. Memphis Street Doc goes, yo, I'm lifetime. Best decision I've ever made because 11 months ago I joined and I'm still learning. I love it. I love it. Memphis Street Doc. I love your work ethic. So, and guys, lifetime's only for annual members. You cannot become a lifetime member. It's being phased out. Like lifetime, you can only become a lifetime member if you're an annual member first. But we are getting rid of the lifetime membership. So we've got a few spots that are left before we do phase it out. But you got to be annual first. So I just saw someone was asking about, how much is the lifetime membership? You can't, the spots are very limited. So that's why we save it for annual members first. You can't just go, even if you go to our website, you can't buy a lifetime membership. Like it's not on our website anywhere. You can't purchase it. Okay. So let me go through, let me share with you guys, okay, kind of what you're going to get with your membership to True Trading Group. Bear with me, hang around for 7 minutes or so. I'll tell you what you get. And then we're going to dive into my thoughts on the overall markets. Okay, guys, the code word for today, this is for members only. If you're not a member, don't worry about this. We do giveaways with our members. We give away cash and electronics. The code word for today is strength. This is code word number 15 of 18. The code word is strength. Okay. If you're not a member, don't worry about this. This is for members only. Okay. Code word today is strength. It's code word number 15. All right. No, guys, listen, all you that are typing TGG, the price was supposed to be 1,500 today, but we're going to keep it. We're going to extend the 1120 price point. That's a 49% discount. This is for Evelyn. This is also for Kelvin and anybody else that's on here. If you guys missed last night's deal of 1120 from Memorial Day, you can thank Evelyn. We are going to extend it here. But after tonight at midnight, we are going to be increasing the price. I'm going to walk that up to the 1,500 mark where we were supposed to be today. So you guys are in luck if you're here right now. When you join True Trading Group, though, you have to understand that you're joining a platform where you're going to get access to the same level of education that I got when I worked at a fund in New York. Okay. It's a simplified version, but yet an expanded upon version of what I learned at the fund. It's complex. It's also in depth, but yet it's easy to understand and implement quickly, whether you never trade a stock a day in your life or you've been doing this for 10 years and you're looking to take things to the next level. Our platform can help you guys reach your goals. I get asked all the time, what makes TTG different from the countless other trading courses that are out there? And for starters, we're a platform. Yes, our platform has courses, but we're so much more than that. When you join True Trading Group, you are getting access to premium investing tools that professional traders use to make better decisions from some of today's top fintech companies, like Benzinga with their real-time newsfeed and Squawk Box, TradingView's premium charting software, Quote Media's full book level 2, CBOE's option chain, option flow, and unusual options data, Polygon's real-time equity, crypto, and dark pool data, Trade Ideas Scanner, the ETNA simulator. All of these things you get access to as a member of True Trading Group at no additional cost. All of those tools are included when you pay the $11.20. Now, tonight at midnight, the price is going to start to be walked up. We're extending that $11.20 price point here now for Evelyn and for anybody else that wants to be able to take advantage of the $11.20 before we move the price of the membership up. Let's see. My broker is Wealth Simple in Canada. Would I be able to benefit from your membership? Yes, George. Guys, you can use whatever broker that you guys use. Now, we are not a broker. We are an educational training platform that will give you guys access to the tools and the education that you need to help you guys become successful. Okay. We are a platform. We're not a broker. So you still use your own broker to place. We don't place trades for you. You still place your own trades. Okay. But guys, these tools that you get access to that I'm talking about from Benzinga, TradingView, Quote Media, if you went to these companies on your own, you would be spending about $4,000 to $5,000 a year to have access to these tools. It's included with your membership. Around how many hours a day would be the best for a newbie that works full-time and is going to school? However amount of time that you can put towards it, listen, Listen, guys, it's all done on your own time. Okay? Like there's no rush. The courses, the training, everything's available to you 24/7, 365. Okay, it's all about on your own time, at your own pace, on your own schedule. Whether you're a student or you're working full time, the majority of our members have full time jobs. Okay, the majority of our members have full time jobs, and they're able to still benefit from this platform and from the membership because they're finding styles and trading strategies that work for them and their lifestyle, like swing trading or like the lower volatility day trading. We're not scalpers. Nobody in True Trading Group gets in and out within seconds or minutes. Our day trades last several hours long. Our swing trades last 2 to several days, sometimes several weeks long. Okay. We also have a mobile app that will allow you to still listen to what's going on during the day and get real-time notifications that let you know whenever one of our moderators enters or exits a trade. This is how so many people are able to benefit from the Teachy platform while working a full-time job. It's all done at your own time and your own pace. All right. If you can give me a couple hours a week, I think that's plenty of time for you to be able to do this. Okay, Bill Lupin's like, I'm a student and I work full time and I'm doing this. So there you go. Bill Lupin's a perfect example of that. All right. So like I said, folks, those tools and those resources, like I said, would cost you guys anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000 a year if you went to buy them on your own. Don't do that. Okay. Do not do that. Okay. We've spent years building relationships with those companies to have their products on our platform at no additional cost to you. Whether you join your training group or not, chances are you're going to need those tools. Don't pay for them directly. You guys get them as a member of your training group. Okay. And if that wasn't enough, PTG includes, like I said, our 17 course curriculum, 300 hours of also some pre-recorded video workshops and lessons that grows daily, transparent real-time alerts that does swing trading, day trading, long-term investing, also crypto and futures, a full-time trading journal, proprietary scanners and screeners, analyst ratings, so much more, folks. That's what makes TTG different from other trading courses that you guys have out there. And by the way, chances are, okay, like I said, that if you guys don't join True Trading Group, you're going to be, want to go and buy some of those tools and resources that are included with your membership anyway. All right. That's why we need to increase the price of our membership. That's why at midnight tonight, the price of membership is going to go up, but we are going to extend this 1120 price point here tonight for Evelyn and for anybody else that wants to jump on that before we do move the price higher. Okay. And you're also joining a community of about 9,500 members that are active, educated, like-minded, and helpful, that are led by our team of full-time mods that have over 100 years of combined trading experience in stocks, options, crypto, futures, day trading, swing trading, long-term investing, and more. All right. Results matter at True Trading, guys. We're not just empty words and broken promises. Results matter, and results are quantifiable by your P&L. I'm not talking about mine. I'm not talking about my results or my P&L or somebody that you see on social media. I'm talking about results, your P&L. Your P&L is what matters. Okay. And the bottom line is the majority of members in True Trading Group are making money. They're becoming better traders. You don't believe me? Just watch this. My TT fam, I'm talking to you now directly. If you're a member of True Trading Group, I want to know a very simple question. Are you making money and becoming a better trader? If that answer is yes, I'd like you to type the $ in chat right now. Go ahead, guys. Type the $ in chat if you're making money and becoming a better trader. I want you guys to go ahead and type the $ in chat right now. For those of you that are not members, I want you to pay attention to how many $ you see come through this side of the screen, because these are your peers. These are members of True Trading Group that found us the same exact way that you did, and that's one of these live streams. They had all the same excuses that you had. Full-time job, small account, no experience, lost money before. But yet here they are typing the $ telling you they're making money, they're becoming better traders. How could that be possible, you may ask? Not because I have some kind of special secret. I don't have some kind of special equation or formula or special pattern or indicator that nobody knows about, but I'm going to tell you because I'm such a nice guy. No, they're getting access to tools that successful traders use to make better decisions, and they're getting access to a professional level of education similar to what I received when I worked at a fund in New York. It is amazing what the right tools and an education can do for your success. That is why you have all these people up here that are typing the dollar sign. Not because they're smarter than you, not because they have more money than you, not because they're luckier than you. There's no difference between them and you, folks. If they can do it, so can you. Nice. Andrew Nadier says, I joined yesterday and I made some money today. Nice job. Congrats. Nice job. All right. So guys, again, price of the membership was supposed to be $1,500 today. So you guys are in luck. Okay. Here's the deal. All right. The next 10 people is what we're going to do this for. The next 10 people. All right. That go to ttgoffer.com and enter the coupon code TTG121. You will get the 49% discount. It brings the price down to $1,120. Okay. It was supposed to be $1,500 today. After midnight tonight, okay, we're extending this $1,120 offer for one more day. After midnight tonight, the price will then start to be walked up towards $1,500. Okay, but one more day at $1,120. I got Evelyn's request. Can't help it. We're doing it. Okay, and we're going to do that $1,120, but only for the next 10 people. And then we're going to walk the price of the membership up. All right. You're also going to get those 10 people. You're also going to get a free laptop. Now that free laptop is totally free on us. We even cover the shipping cost. Okay. Upon completing your courses and quizzes, we'll ship you a free laptop anywhere in the world. You do not need to enter your address when you sign up on the checkout page. After you sign up to True Trading Group, you'll get a welcome email. It'll give you instructions on how to claim that free laptop. All right. And you're also going to get 2 small private study group sessions that are going to help you get some individualized attention to talk to one of the pro traders at True Trading Group to get your questions answered and speed up that learning curve. And not least, you heard me talk to, Go Long or Die Trying, who's gotten very quiet lately on the live stream when he was asking. I told you guys this before. Last but certainly not least, I'm about to put my money exactly where my mouth is. And that's because every single person that joins True Trading Group by midnight tonight, I'm telling you now that you have 1 year. You have 1 year to go through our courses, pass the quizzes, and attend the private study group session. If you do those 3 things and you fail to make the $1,120 back at least once during your year membership, I will give you double your money back. I will literally give you double your money back if you fail to make the $1,120 after doing those 3 things. That means you pay $1,120. You can come to me on day 364 and say, Mike, I went through the courses, the quizzes, and I attended a study group. I never made $1,120. I want my money back. No problem. Here's $2,240. That's how we hold ourselves accountable to you. And we can hold ourselves accountable to you with a smile on our face, knowing that we have a refund rate of 2.48% since 2016. I share that number with you, not just to prove to you how infrequently we get a refund request, but also to prove to you that that refund is real. We have never denied anyone of a refund that never made their membership fee back. And they came to us and said, hey, I did what you said. I never made my membership fee back. Our platform failed you. No problem. Here's double your money back. I'm sorry for wasting your time. Good luck the rest of the way. But this is only for the next 10 people that join here tonight, folks. Okay? This is only for the next 10 people that join. After midnight tonight, we're going to walk the price of that membership up. We got our first Jonathan. Jonathan, welcome to the family, brother. 9 spots left now. Everybody welcome Jonathan, the newest member to the TTG family. There's just 9 spots left now, guys. So the next 9 people to go to ttgoffer.com and use the code TTG121. You will get the 49% discount. You'll get the free laptop, the 2 study groups, and the double your money back guarantee. All right. So we're extending that $1,120 price point, and then after midnight tonight, we begin walking the price of that membership up. All right. So tonight's your last night to get the $1,120 price point for those that are interested. All right. So guys, welcome Jonathan, newest member to the group. If anybody has questions, okay, if you have questions about the membership, you can send a text message to 201-775-9702. Again, that's 201-775-9702. So if you are having a hard time signing up or you just have a question Nice. Tim Hennig goes, Mike, you're off the hook. I made 3 times my membership today, so no refund for me. Nice. Very nice. Congratulations, Tim. Great job, man. Really great job. Hell yeah. So like I said, guys, if you have questions about the membership, send a text to the number that's on the screen. Don't call that number, okay? It's a text-only phone number. We can't answer the phone if we wanted to. Okay. Another comment coming through here. Let me read this. I found TTG when my mom passed. Adam was my shoulder during a difficult time where I joined and literally canceled, but joined again. Talk about FOMO, but no regrets. Funny story. Elizabeth, I'm so glad to have you part of the team and to be part of the
family. Elizabeth, don't say that stuff on a stream. I have a reputation to uphold, and you're not helping my cause.
Yeah, Elizabeth. Adam's reputation is that he's a jerk. He's not supposed to be this nice softy that's going to lend you his shoulder during tough times.
No. You told me your mom passed away, and I was like, so what? Join True Trading Group. That's what we have to tell people. That's what we have to tell people. All right, that's all.
We have fun at TTG, folks. We have fun. All right. So, guys, welcome Jonathan. All right. There you guys have it. All right. Hey, guys. So, what I'm going to do now, we're going to move things on over. Okay. Oh, guys, welcome Kelvin. Kelvin is the newest member of the TTG. I just saw Kelvin actually just a minute ago. I was like, I just joined. I just saw you typing in chat, Kelvin. So a little bit of a delay for me by the time I see the signups. Welcome, Kelvin, newest member of the TTG family, guys. Welcome, Kelvin. 8 laptops now remain in 8 spots until we move the price of the membership up. We're going to start to walk that price up after midnight tonight. All right, so we'll start walking it back up to 1,500. So it gives people a little bit more time that did not grab the 1120 price point. Now's your chance. TTGoffer.com, TTG121 coupon code. Let's go to the overall markets, guys. Let me pull up my charts. All right, let's go over some things here. What I will do. And welcome, Evelyn. Yes, welcome, Evelyn. Evelyn, it's my pleasure and my honor to have you part of the group. I look forward to going through this journey and through this process with you. And I can assure you that myself, the TTG family, and all of our TTG members, we're all going to be there right by your side to help you through this process. The same thing goes for Kelvin. Same thing goes for Jonathan. And same thing goes for anybody else that joins the family here this evening. Welcome, Evelyn. I'm glad to have you part of the group. And it's my pleasure to extend that 1120 offer for you. All right. It's my absolute pleasure. Okay. So everybody welcome Evelyn, the newest member of the group. Okay. So let's go to the overall markets, guys. I want to pull up my charts. We got to talk about a couple of different things here. All right. First, what I want to do is I want to go over a losing trade with you today that I did have today. Okay. I do want to go over a losing trade that I had today. Okay. Now I'm fully transparent. Okay. I come on these live streams and I pound my chest when I'm right. And I pound my chest when I am green and I have a big green day, but I also will let you know when I make losing trades and I let you know when I have red days. And I unfortunately got caught on the wrong side of news today. Now, folks, you got to realize that, when it comes to news in the middle of the day, even if news after the market or before hours, I mean, there's nothing you can do about being on the wrong side of news. Everybody welcome Cody. Cody's the newest member, 8 laptops. I'm sorry, 6. 6 laptops left. Everybody welcome Cody. 6 spots left before we start walking the price up, folks. All right. 6 left. All right. Everybody welcome Cody to the TTG family. All right. Welcome, Cody. All right, guys. So at around 2 p.m. Eastern time, the Wall Street Journal broke a report that OPEC was considering removing Russian oil from the OPEC production. Now, when the European Union talked about banning Russian oil, they were going to be removing Russian oil from the market, from circulation, from the supply, right? Which means they're going to have to get their oil from somewhere else. That caused a big gap up in the price of oil. That caused oil to go all the way to $120 a barrel, to put in new highs for 2022. But then what OPEC did was come out and say that they were going to actually remove Russian oil from their production targets. And therefore, Saudi and the UAE would then increase production to make up for the lost barrels of Russian production in their production targets. That is where the negative for the price of oil is. Everybody welcome Joseph. Joseph is the newest member of the TC family. Guys, welcome Joseph. 5 spots left now. Everybody welcome Joseph. Welcome to the family. Guys, remember, just 5 spots left. If you miss the 1120 price point, I'm telling you right here, right now, this is your last chance. After midnight tonight, the price starts to get walked up, and we're going to walk it right up each day until we get to 1500. So we extended this. This is your last chance to take advantage of the 1120 price point. Price goes up at midnight tonight, and then we'll continue to go up each day until we get to 1500. Okay? So 5 people left, 5 spots, ttgoffer.com, TTG121 coupon code. You'll know you're getting one of those 5 spots as long as you go to the checkout page, which is ttgoffer.com. If you see a laptop, that's how you know that you're getting one. Okay? So let me get back now to HUSA. Okay? This was a fantastic setup, chart setup wise. Okay? This setup had a home run written all over it. But we got caught on the wrong side of the news. This is a setup that if I saw this setup 100 more times, I'm going to buy it 100 more times. I don't care that I lost money on it today, okay? Because 75% of the time, I'm going to hit this thing out of the park. Andrea, welcome to the family. Andrea, there's now just 4 spots left now, guys. That's it. Andrea, welcome to the family, guys. Just 4 spots left now. ttgoffer.com. You guys have to realize that as a trader, a lot of inexperienced people think that being a good trader is just predict the future, right? That's not what being a trader is. Okay? Being a trader is not predicting the future. It's about identifying high probability patterns and setups, because there's not a single setup in the market, not a single chart pattern that's going to work 100% of the time. Not a single one. All you can do as a trader is identify high probability patterns and put yourself on the right side of that probability over and over again. Now, this time, this setup didn't work in my favor, but it's because we got a news release that came out in the middle of the day that greatly affected the price of oil, and that's going to greatly affect the price of an oil company's stock. This setup is a grade A setup. And let me explain to you why. You got a situation here where we broke through the previous high of the day. Okay, we broke the previous high of the day on a real nice, strong increase in volume. Then we pulled back and tested that previous high, and it became support on very low volume. Look at the low volume pullback consolidation. Okay. You have the previous high, the 23.6 Fibonacci level, and your VWAP indicator, which is this orange line you see on my screen, all converging to give you support at 550. When you are looking for a stock that's going to give you a strong move in the afternoon, now let me refresh my screen just so you guys can see. When you're looking for a stock to give you a strong move in the afternoon, okay, you want to find the stock that was strong in the morning and then consolidates above a key support level during lunch. And then you look for that stock to have another increase in volume coming out of lunch and then push into the close. I am extremely confident that if that news never came out, that we would be doing this live stream today and we'd be talking about HUSA at $6.75, $7 after hours. I'm very confident that would have been the case if that news from OPEC never came out. But that doesn't mean that you're going to not play this pattern anymore. It's like my poker players out there. If you're a poker player and you get dealt pocket aces, every single player at that table could raise pre-flop. If you have pocket aces, you will play that hand 100 times out of 100. Why? Because at that moment, you have the highest probability of winning than anybody else that's sitting at that table. But do you have a 100% probability? No, you don't. You probably have like an 80 or so percent probability of winning that hand. Now, the flop could come out, and the flop could be 9, 10, jack. Well, the person with king, queen who raised pre-flop and you called because you've got pocket aces, you no longer have the best hand. Okay? Now they have a straight. All you have is pocket aces. They beat you. So although you have the highest probability of winning the hand, you still lost. Now, let's say the next time you get dealt pocket aces and somebody raises, are you going to fold? Of course not. You're going to play that hand again. Why? Because the probability is in your favor. And that is what you need to get through your head as a trader. I have no problem coming on this live stream and telling you guys I lost money on Houston today. But this is a fantastic setup that I would buy 100 more times. Because 75, 80 times out of 100, this stock goes to $7. But today I got the news. We got the news about OPEC and the price of oil. And OPEC and Saudi and the Arab nations are going to increase their oil production, which is going to add to supply, which then brings down the price of oil. Momentarily, I don't think like, hey, the top of oil is in and oil is going to crash from here. I don't believe oil is going to crash from here, but temporarily the price of oil pulled back. China is reopening, so that's going to put pressure on the oil markets as well. All right. The EU is going to have to replace Russian oil. Where they're going to get that from, I don't know. Is it going to come from Norway? Is it going to come from the US? Is it going to come from Canada? I don't know where it's going to come from. Okay. But I believe oil prices are going to remain elevated for the next 2 months. But for this trade specifically, that news came out at 2:00, reported from the Wall Street Journal. Look at what happened at 2:00. Look what the stock did. It just crapped out. But you want to know what else coincides with that? Look what happened at 2:00 to the price of oil. This is the UXO. This is an ETF that tracks oil. Okay. It actually tracks oil futures. Look what happened right here. Bang. And you can see, look at the volume. See the volume increase? That's because that's when the news came out. Okay. So that news came out. Okay. And it broke down the whole trade. If that news never came out, folks, I'm confident that we're sitting here and we're talking about boom, boom. We took profits off 625. I took more profits off at 660 and final take profit off at 7. No question in my mind. Right? Let me refresh my screen again just to make sure you guys can see it. Okay. So that's the Houston trade. All right. Like I said, I'm fully transparent. I have no problem coming on and sharing with you guys when I have red trades. Okay. And that was one of them. All right. But still, lessons to learn, right? Lessons to learn. Sometimes I feel like sometimes I think you can learn more from a losing trade that I make, even more sometimes than you can from a winning trade that I make. All right. So that's Houston. All right. So news got the best of me on that one. Now let's talk about the overall markets. Okay. Let's talk about what I think the markets are going to do now going forward. Everybody welcome Victor. Victor is the newest member of the group. There are now just 3 spots left, folks. 3 spots left of the 1120 price point before we raise the price. 3 laptops left. Listen to me, as long as you see a laptop in that checkout cart, that means you're good. That means you're getting the 1120 price point and you're getting the free laptop. Okay, we got 3 spots left and the price goes up tomorrow. All right, or it goes up tonight at midnight. All right, now I believe that this is just a bear market rally. I do not believe the market's going to go back to here. I believe the markets are going to once again pull themselves back down to here. But I do believe this bear market rally could push a little bit further. I think we can get another 2 or 3% move in the SPY. And that would take us right to here. And that, my friends, is where I believe the bear market rally will run out of steam. Okay? That is where I believe that your bear market rally runs out of steam. Now, listen, it's fully possible that this thing could reverse tomorrow. And if we get back underneath 406, 407, I switch right back to bearish. 406, 407 is a major level of support that you all need to have on your screen. Okay? And I'll draw that line on my screen for you right now. And you will notice all that previous support. Then it became resistance. We broke through it on Friday. We held above it today. I think you can get one more extension day. And then I believe the markets can reverse and then start to work their way back down as the Fed begins their balance sheet runoff. And then you may get some data, okay, some inflation data that then looks like inflation is actually sticky. Okay? That looks like inflation is actually sticky and inflation's not actually coming down. So I just drew these two candles for you, right? These candles I just drew. I made these candles up. Okay? I made these candles up. All right? So I believe the markets can do something like this, maybe tomorrow, and then we can reverse, and you can look for then a bit of a pullback like this. Okay? Now, these candles don't necessarily need to be an individual day, but this is what I think the markets are going to do. I think you're going to get something that looks like this, okay, where the bear market rally will then come to an end, will run out of steam up in the mid 420s on the SPY, and then roll over. So I do believe that this bear market rally could take us up towards 420, then run out of steam, and then reverse. 407 is going to be your key level. Once you get back under 407, then I think that's when you're safe to start buying put options and look for the market to then drift their way back to the downside. And then you're going to rely on some other major key, macro factors like inflation data, the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, what he says, balance sheet runoff, all of these other things. If there's any update with the Russia-Ukraine war and anything else that's going on with, OPEC and oil and all this, there's a lot of moving parts right now, guys. There's a lot of moving parts, but that's what I believe you're going to see in the market. All right. And we're going to be ready to take advantage of those opportunities. And then we're going to don't forget, we added in our long-term portfolios right here. Okay. Right here is where we added in our long-term portfolios, but it was just 20 to 25% of our cash. I've still got a lot of cash sitting on the sidelines that I've yet to deploy. I'm looking for a break back underneath 400. And then I'm going to start looking to then add a whole nother list of stocks in my long-term portfolio, some of which I already own that I'm going to add to. Others are brand new positions that I'm buying for the very first time. My TC fam don't know exactly what those stocks are. Everybody else, hope you guys are paying attention and are ready to be able to take advantage of the opportunities that this market presents. But that's what I believe that this market is going to do. I think we can have a little bit more of a push. Then the markets run out of steam. That's my thoughts. That's what I believe. I hope you guys found that helpful. I hope that makes sense. And I hope that helps answer a lot of your questions. That's my belief on what the market's going to do. Okay? So that concludes the educational part of this live stream. If you are still with us here and you're not a member of True Trading Group, if you are not interested in joining the TC platform, you can log off the live stream now. If you are still interested and you want to take advantage of that 1120 price point before the price moves up at midnight tonight, and you want that free laptop, what I'll do now here shortly is show you the platform itself. I'll show you all those $4,000 to $5,000 worth of tools that you get included free with your membership. I'll show you what they all look like. You just have to go to tgdoffer.com right now. There's 3 spots left. You're going to get our chat room, of course. Okay. The mods and I share our screen with you during the day. We're live on the mic, calling out our trades in real time. We're with you from pre-market all the way through till after hours. We're not just there with you for an hour and then you have to fend for yourself. You can also use our mobile app. Listen, if you can listen to music at work, you can listen to our mobile app. Listen to the audio analysis as we talk to you through the microphone during the day. Get real-time push notifications whenever a moderator enters or exits a trade. That's how so many of our members were able to benefit from this while working a full-time job. You're also going to get 2 private study group sessions with one of our pro traders. This way you can get some individualized attention, ask questions, and go over lessons and topics you're having a hard time with so we can speed up that learning curve. You also get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed and Squawk. This will give you live up to the second news alerts right inside of our chat room. This would cost you $1,400 if you went to Benzinga on your own. Don't do that. We've negotiated deals with Benzinga so we can offer this product on our platform when you guys just pay the $11.20 here tonight. You also get TradingView's premium charting software. This will cost you several $100s a year if you went to TradingView on your own. Don't do that. It's free with your $11.20 when you guys join the TC platform. The Trade Ideas scanner will make sure you always focus on the best stocks during the day. This will cost you a few $100 a year. Don't do that. It streams live on our platform every day to show you which stocks make new highs, new lows, and which ones have a surge in volume. We also have a simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money, but with real-time data. Please use the simulator before you start trading with real money. Prove you can make money on the sim before you risk your hard-earned cash. Okay? This would cost you nearly $1,000 if you went to them and went to ETNA on your own. It's the same simulator that's used at Cal State Fullerton, University of Wisconsin Whitewater, Berkeley Haas, and also Illinois Tech. It's free with your membership. You also get our own scanners, proprietary, that are similar to FinViz Elite, but also let you scan for crypto. You get dark pool data, unusual options activity, stuff that only professionals used to have access to. Now our TC fam has it. A trading performance journal that will track all your trades and give you statistics so you can see what you're doing wrong so you know what to improve on. Then a social sentiment scanner will go through Reddit and StockTwits and Twitter and tell you what ticker symbols are being mentioned most so you can stay ahead of the crowd. You get unlimited analyst ratings. Any stock you're interested in, you get a downloadable report. It tells you how many analysts have a buy, sell, or hold rating so you guys can make better trading and investment decisions. And you get a watch list. Every day the mods publish a watch list with the stocks we have our eyes on and a game plan on how we plan on trading it. Then you get all the courses. The courses are a simplified yet expanded upon version of what I learned that I worked at the firm in New York. There's beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, chart psychology, crypto, you name it, we've got it in text and video, whatever's easy for you to learn. There are no VIP courses that cost more money after you subscribe. When you become a member of True Trading Group and you join the family for $11.20, you get access to every single course we have. There are no upsells for courses or tools in True Trading Group. All the tools I showed you here, all the courses I showed you here are included when you pay the $11.20. And then you're also going to get access to a video library that has damn near 300 hours of educational video content. That's on top of the courses. These are like workshops, like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job. And then you can attend all these workshops as a live when you become a full-time member. Folks, it's time you invested in something real. Okay, something that can really help you guys reach your goals. I can't promise you success. I cannot guarantee you are going to be successful, but what I can promise you is a real chance at developing the skills that are needed to become successful as long as you're willing to put in just a little bit of effort. I can't promise you're going to make millions of dollars and you're going to go and buy a mansion and a Lamborghini tomorrow. I can't do that. But what I can guarantee you is that if you do not make the $11.20 back at least once after going through our courses, quizzes, and attending a study group, I'll give you double your money back. You'll pay $11.20. I'll give you $22.40. That's how we hold ourselves accountable, and that's how you protect yourself. But my opinion, chances are you're not going to need it, especially since 2016, we have only had to refund 2.48% of our user base. And with a retention rate of about 78%, I'm more than happy to hold ourselves accountable, to put our money where our mouth is, and to protect you with a double your money back guarantee. It's on you guys now. The ball's in your court. You've got a decision to make. Take advantage, get educated, and seize this moment of opportunity in the market, or continue to do what you've been doing all year that has not been working. The definition of insanity is continuing to do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Continuing to listen to what someone says on Twitter or Reddit, expecting a different result. Continue to just buy this stock and sell that one and do this and do that, expecting a different result. It's time you get educated, and it's time you get access to tools that can help you guys become successful. You just got to go to ttgoffer.com and enter the coupon code TTG121 to get that 49% discount. Brings the price down to just $11.20. At midnight tonight, the price of that membership is going to go up. And we're going to walk that price up every single day till we get to 1,500. As long as you see a laptop in the checkout cart, you know you're good to go. If you have questions, send a text. Don't call. It's a text-only number, 201-775-9702. It's funny. Every night I say, don't call, text. Every night we still have people that call that number. Every night. All right. And lastly, if you're still unsure, we've got a 7-day trial. I wouldn't even think about it. I would grab one of these last couple spots before the price goes up because last night we're going to be at 1120. Okay. Right. But if you want access to a free trial, it's 7 days, no credit card information required, name and email. Okay. You'll get 7 full days. Weekends and holidays do not count against your 7 days. You get 7 full trading days. Go to ttgthree.com if you guys want to join our 7-day trial. Again, that's ttgthree.com. Thanks for joining me tonight, folks. I love you guys. I'll see you all tomorrow in chat on the mobile app. Let's get down to business. All right. I'll see you guys there. How much further is this bear market rally going to last until we turn ourselves back down? We're going to be all over it. Subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. Turn on your notifications if you guys haven't done so already. I'll see you guys all in chat.